Hello everybody, my name is Johnny Alexander Salazar. I am PhD student on the University of Granada in Spain. This presentation is titled Older Adults and Game from a Perspective of Playability, Game Experience, and Pervasive Environments, a Systematic Literature Review. The thematic order of this presentation is as follows. First, the context of the systematic review will be explained. Second, the process of the systematic review will be presented. Third, the conclusion and future works will be described. Finally, a space for questions. The context. The origin of this systematic review is from the proposal of a doctoral thesis titled Evaluation Process of Play and Fun Experience in Older Adults Using Pervasivity to Promote Active Aging. This research is done by the University of Granada in Spain. The objective of the research is design and propose an evaluation process of fun for older adults in pervasive play experience to promote active aging that allows measuring the quality of this type of experience from their different points of view: motivation, entertainment, positive attitude, and fun. The evolution of games has allowed them to be used as a means different from entertainment, where areas such as education, business, and health have made use of them for teaching and rehabilitation proposed through serious games. In this health area, they are used by people of all age to promote physical activity and cognitive training. In addition, games are not only used by young people, but also by adults and older adults. The latter represent 21% of the total number of players and are the second largest population group according to data published by the Entertainment Software Association. Currently, there are evaluation methods to measure the player experience and impact during the game, considering the design and the elements that compose. However, depending on the target audience do you want to evaluate, the environment may change drastically and you may need to add new elements or adjust existing one in order to measure objectively. For example, the particularities of older adults such as response time or possible cognitive impairment make it necessary to adjust the assessment methods for this particular population. The increase in the older adult population is a global trend and a great challenge of the century, where different countries are facing this due to the increase in life expectancy and the low birth rate. Governments, industry, and research sectors of some countries are trying to solve the consequences of this effect through physical well-being, social recreation, and security. One way to address this issue is the promotion of active aging, understand on the process of optimizing opportunities for health, participation, and security in order to improve quality of life as people age. It enables people to realize their potential for physical, social, and mental well-being throughout their life cycle and they participate in society in accordance with their needs, wishes, and capabilities, while providing them with adequate protection, security, and care when they need assistance. Some current applications used to promote active aging include sensors, remote hardware, computers and digital technology, cameras and mobile devices, virtual, augmented, and mixed reality. This allows for intergenerational experience and the promotion for physical activity through extra games. In addition, new devices and technologies have emerged such as virtual assistants. All these technologies allow new paradigms such as pervasive games. However, this could be better because the specific characteristics of older adults are not being taken into account in their design or evaluation. For example, the play experience of play satisfaction, system usability scale, and technology acceptance model. But what is a pervasive game? To explain it, it's necessary to understand the definition of magic circle defined by Huizinga. The magic circle encloses all the components of the virtual world of the game. What happens in the game stays in the game. With this in mind, pervasive games differ from traditional games by eliminating the boundaries of the magic circle. A non-pervasive game, which is within the magic circle, is a well player in a certain place during a certain time and with certain people, while a pervasive game is not limited in the space of the magic circle. Systematic review. For the process, we use the methodology presented by Barbara Kitchenham, which defines the phases that should be applied to conduct systematic reviews. This process was carried out considering the last 5 years. 4 research questions were formulated to guide the systematic review. Research question 1 is, are the metrics or indicators for fun entertainment in pervasive gain oriented to specific characteristics of older adults? Research question 2 is, what are the different focuses of pervasive gain currently applied to older adults? Research question 3 is, how has the process of acceptance of older adults to the use of gain through technology? Research question 4 is, what are the main dynamics and mechanics and use in the game process applied to older adults? The results obtained of the first research question of the 15 games specifically oriented to pervasive experience and of the initiative that use pervasiveness in conjunction with the traditional games, there is no model for adjusted to the particularities of older adults that evaluate fun and entertainment. The application of existing models, such as the Exergain Gain Experience Questionnaire and Project Experience of Need Satisfaction, was found in 3 of the work with superficial adjustment in order to evaluate particular elements to the participants. Of these initiatives applying pervasiveness, only 6 were focused on documenting elements of fun or playability. Some papers presenting comments and recommendations on particular elements that should be taken into account in the design the pervasive experience applied to older adults. Finally, as can be seen in the graphic, only one paper presented a total of the 13 open-ended interview questions, which was tend to evaluate the general experience of older adults, but without exploring the particularities of this population. Regarding the second research question, it was identified that initiatives to implement pervasive experience in older adults have been found to focus primarily on the generation of social and emotional well-being, followed by physical activity. Some research has tried to implement more than one simultaneous approach, such as physical activity and the generation of well-being. In the findings, identify the absence of pervasive experience for cognitive training and stand out, being the applied only on one occasion and not as the main research objective. As shown in the graphic, the implementation of pervasiveness for entertainment for an active aging is still incipient, with few efforts in this field and with the possibility of extensive research in this area of study. Regarding the third research question, in the different papers identified for pervasive and non-pervasive experience, for the acceptance process of older adults were positive as long as a previous process of training of accompaniment was carried out to achieve a basic control of the technology and thus achieve a pleasant experience in the applied games. In addition, it was identified that older adults have a greater acceptance of the technology and the applied games when there is a perceived possibility of improvement in health as a result of a constant execution of this, such as physical activity and cognitive training. As can be seen in the graphic, such motivation in older adults is reflected in 69% of the total acceptance research, being this a focus of interest on the application of games in general. Regarding the fourth research question, as can be seen in the graphic, a variety of dynamics and applied in the research focus on older adults were identified, highlighting those oriented to physical activity, cognitive training, and the application of immersive and non-immersive experience. Regarding the mechanics implemented, a high percentage of application is found in the use challenges, the experience offered, the obtaining of funds to evaluate the performance of the participants, the findings, and the thematic application to improve the experience led by the older adults. Conclusion of future work. Different application of gains in older adults make use the gain they are not oriented to the particularities of this population. Only commercial gains focus on a younger segment and with different needs are applied, which do not allow providing a thoroughly satisfactory experience. However, there are some research initiatives that adjust some elements to the needs of older adults, but the evaluation system applied to measure the gain experience and the quality of gain itself is a product or still traditional apply. This evaluation system, although validate and offering good results, could be improved if they were fully adjusted to the preference needs and particularities of people over 60 years old. The implementation of pervasiveness oriented to older adults is incipient due to the fact that no efforts have been focused on this specific field. oriented to effort deeper experience to the participants, taking the game from virtual world on the real one with a comfortable theme, a deep narrative, and allowing social interaction between the different participants. In this aspect, we cannot confuse the application of devices such as Kinect or Nintendo Wii, which, although they are controlled with physical movements in the real world, are missing the integration of more elements to be considered pervasive experience. As future work, indicators, metrics, and evaluation system adjusted should be established to measure the game experience led by older adults in order to carry out deeper and more objective analysis. In addition, game design process should be established that focus on the motivation and expectation of the participants from a socio-cultural approach, applying new form of experience social pervasiveness, promoting active aging of the physical, cognitive, and emotional levels. Thanks for your attention. I remain attentive to any question.